Hey everyone, I'm Lauren McMillan. Today I'm bringing you a sequence that you can do when you are just too sore to move. Whether this is the day after a workout that was really hard, or if you've been traveling, maybe on a long hike, or even if you've just been a day at the office, sometimes our muscles are just feeling really tight and sore, and maybe a tougher yoga sequence is not what your body is feeling today. So join us for this gentle stretch to help loosen up the muscles, loosen up the joints a little bit, and to ultimately help you feel better. Let's get to it. Start on your back, allowing your shoulders to drop, letting the weight of the head release into the floor, knees are bent. And then hug your right knee into your chest, giving the shin a gentle squeeze, maybe feeling a stretch in the lower back or in the hip. Place your hands behind your right leg, reach your heel up. Keep in mind that if your legs are feeling really tight, to keep a bend in the knee. You can draw your toes back toward your shins to increase the stretch in the calf. And if you want, maybe start to roll out your ankle in one way and then the other. Gently let go. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Place your right hand to the inside of the right knee, and you can press it away from you to increase the stretch in your hip. Now, if you're feeling a deep hip stretch, stay right here. If you want more and if it feels okay, start to lift your left foot off the ground, threading the arms through, holding on to the back of the leg or even to the front of the shin. But if you notice that your head, neck, and shoulders are coming up, lower them down and lower your foot back to the floor. Breathe into the hip. Release, lower the left foot down, and then keep your legs crossed. Let them fall to the left, letting the legs drop to the left as one unit so that the sole of the right foot finds the floor. You can reach down with your left hand to hold on to the ankle, maybe take your right arm out to the side. And if you'd like more here, press your right knee away from you. Let go of the ankle if you're holding on to it. Bring your legs back up, uncross, and we'll take that to the other side. So start by hugging your left knee into your chest, pausing here for a moment. And then place your hands behind your leg, reach your heel up. Maybe draw back with the toes. And if you did so on the other side, go ahead and start to roll out the ankle. Let go of the leg, cross your left ankle over your right thigh. Maybe place your left hand to the inside of the left knee. Again, if you want more, start to pick the right foot off the floor, holding on to the back of the right leg or even to the front of the shin. Try to completely release through the head, neck, and shoulders as you breathe into the left hip. As you release, lower your right foot down, but keep the leg crossed. And then drop your legs over to the right. This time the sole of the left foot finds the floor. You can reach down with the right hand to hold on to the ankle. Take the left arm out to the side and maybe press the left knee away from you. let go of the ankle if you're holding it, return onto your back, uncross the legs. We're going to make our way to our hands and knees. So if you want, you can curl into a ball, maybe rock up and down your spine a few times. If this does not feel good today, just roll over to one side and make your way into a tabletop position. Stacking shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Take a moment to wiggle the hips around. Maybe take your gaze over one shoulder and the other. Start to make your way back to center, and we'll move into a few rounds of cat-cow. Softening through the elbows, drop your belly to the floor, lifting through the heart, lift the hips. Think of hugging your shoulder blades toward one another. And as you exhale, let your spine round, spread the shoulder blades apart, drop your chin toward your chest. And repeat. So inhale, lift into cow pose. Exhale, round the spine. Do that a couple more times. And if you want, you can add additional movements. Maybe those side to side movements with the hips. You can roll around through the torso. Maybe addressing those areas that feel super tight. Once you feel pretty even on both sides, come back to a neutral spine. Take your knees out wide, big toes touch, heels fall apart, and drop your hips over your heels for child's pose. Releasing the forehead. You can rock your head from side to side to give it a little massage. Now you're welcome to stay here. If you'd like to come into a gentle twist, then follow me. Take your right arm, thread it underneath the left. So you're resting on the outside of the right shoulder and letting the right ear drop down. If you want more here, start to walk your left fingertips over to the right side of your mat, getting a deeper opening in this shoulder. Start to release, come back to child's pose, and we'll take that to the other side. So thread the left arm underneath the right, dropping down to the left shoulder, the left ear. Maybe walking the right fingertips to the left edge of your mat. Start to unwind, return to child's pose. Carefully lift your hips, coming back to a tabletop position. And from here, you'll tuck your toes under, lift the hips, downward dog. Again, keep the knee soft, especially if the legs are tight. And use this more as an opportunity to open up the calves and stretch the back of the legs, maybe even feeling this in the shoulders. So pedal out through one foot and then the other. If you need more space for the hamstrings, take your feet to the outer edges of the mat. If the feet are wide, bring them back a little bit closer together. Take an inhale to pick the right foot up just a little bit. And then bring it forward, stepping your right foot between the hands into a lunge. Drop the left knee down. You can untuck the toes. And then from here, let's come into a twist. So maybe place your right hand on your thigh, and you can use that to look over the shoulder. If you want more, you can open the right arm. Take an inhale to open your chest even further. And then release, frame the foot, tuck the toes, lift the knee, step the right foot back, and then pick the left foot up, bring it through, finding a lunge, drop the right knee down, either place your left hand on the thigh as you twist, or take your left arm up. Deep inhale as you open the arm, open the chest. And then release. Tuck the back toes, lift the knee, step back, downward dog. Take one deep breath here. As you exhale, gently release, drop your knees down to the mat. Keep your toes tucked under, and then start to walk back so that you're getting a nice stretch along the bottoms of the feet. If this is too intense, either back out of it a little bit, or you can just release altogether. And then untuck the toes, coming down to the tops of the feet if it's available. If this is too much on the knees, just skip this part, but we're going to open up the quads. You might already be feeling a quad stretch here. If there's more available, bring your hands behind you. First, start by bending the elbows back and press the shoulder heads forward so you're getting a stretch along the front of the shoulder. And then press your knees down, your quads will lift, the hips will lift just a little bit. You may be feeling a deeper stretch along the front of the leg. Notice that the knees are trying to splay out, try to keep them hugging close to one another. Carefully release, come out, and then drop your hips to one side and turn, taking your right leg out to the side. Pull your left foot in so it's against the right inner thigh. Draw the right toes back. Place the back of your right hand against the inside of the leg. Left arm will reach out and then reach up and side bend to the right. If you can reach all the way down, maybe grab onto the big toe here. Otherwise, just reach as far as you're able. On an inhale, come back up and then release, switching sides, bringing the right foot in, take the left foot out, draw back through the toes, place the back of your left hand to the inside of the leg, right arm reaches out and take a deep side bend to the left. Inhale, come back up to center. Bring your left foot in, come to a butterfly position. So you're bringing the soles of the feet together. Knees are out wide. If you need more room for the hips here, you can take your feet away from you so you're making more of a diamond shape. Roll the shoulders back, lift through the heart, and then start to hinge forward, trying to keep your spine long. And then when you can't go any further, just let the spine round. To get deeper into the shoulders here, slide your forearms underneath the lower legs. So forearms are parallel here. And then lift up through the arms as you press down through the legs. Spread the shoulder blades apart. Relax. Bring the arms back up, cross the legs, coming into a comfortable seat. Take one arm across, open up the outside of the shoulder. Release and switch sides. Release, let your hands rest on the knees or in the lap. Take your right ear to your right shoulder. Gentle stretch on the neck. Lift your head up through center. Take left ear to left shoulder. Inhale, come back up to center. Now extend your right leg forward. Very similar to what we just did with the side bend, pulling the left leg in so that your left foot is against the right inner thigh. Inhale to reach tall. As you exhale, fold over the right leg, letting your hands land wherever they land, whether that's the toes, maybe that's the calf, maybe that's the thigh, and just fold over the leg. Start to come back up. Now, before you go to the other side, place your left hand behind you. Shift your weight into the left hand and the left knee. Lift the hips. Take the right arm up. Come into a nice side stretch. And then release, lower back down, and switch sides. So left leg is forward, right leg is in. Inhale to sit up tall. Exhale, fold forward. Slowly start to roll back up. This time take your right hand behind you, lift the hips, open the arm, maybe take it over the ear, and then release, lower down, and find a comfortable seat. Roll the shoulders back a few times, and then relax. I hope that helped alleviate any muscle soreness, help loosen up the body, and help you carry on with the rest of your day. Thank you so much for tuning in. Namaste.